Most business owners can tell me their revenue, their headcount, and the best month last year. Ask them what the business is actually worth, and the answer gets a lot less certain. That guess shapes when you sell, what you accept, how you grow, and whether you can walk away with what you've earned. And in my experience, it's almost always low. And you rarely catch up until the buyer does the math. I'm Andrew Lamb, a managing partner at Buy and Build Advisors. I spent 2 decades in the global operations, including time at a Fortune 10 company, before I started helping owners prepare to buy, grow, and sell. So I tend to look at businesses 2 ways at once: the way an operator does and the way a buyer does. Where the risks hide, what only runs because you're in the room. Our firm works with owners across all 3 phases of ownership: buying, building, and selling. And nearly every one of those relationships starts the same way, with one question: what is your business really worth? And what's the gap to what it could be? We answer that with a tool we call the Value Gap Assessment. Here's what's actually in it. It starts with the fundamentals of your company: your revenue, your profit, your growth rate, and it turns those into current estimated value, benchmark against your own industry. Not a round number you picked, a real figure, with the profit multiple behind it, shown right there. But value isn't only about profit, so the assessment looks just as hard at risk. It scores how ready your business is across the 4 fundamental areas buyers and investors scrutinize the most: your operation, your business and ownership structure, your market and competition, and your regulatory and legal standing. And it gets at those scores with the same questions a buyer would ask. Could the business keep running if you stepped away tomorrow? What happens if you lose the top 3 customers? Are your processes written down, or do they live in your head? Is your cash flow steady, or is it a fire drill every month? Each honest answer moves a score, and each score shows you where the risk is quietly holding your value down. Then it shows you the other side of the gap, where the business could be worth if those weaknesses were addressed, and the actual dollar figure sitting between where you are today and where you could be. For many owners, that number is the most useful thing they've ever seen in years, because it isn't a verdict. It's a to-do list with a price tag on it. If you're buying, it pressure tests the target. If you're growing your business, it tells you what to fix first. And if you're selling, it shows you what a buyer will find before you run out of time to change it. To be clear, the assessment is indicative, not a formal valuation. It's powered by an industry-leading platform and built from the inputs you give it. Think of it as a sharp, honest first read, which is exactly what most owners are missing. It's complimentary. It takes about 15 minutes, and you walk away with a real number instead of a guess. It's yours with no strings attached. And when you decide you want help closing those gaps it surfaces, that's exactly the work that we do. So if you've ever wondered what your business is truly worth, take the Value Gap Assessment, and let's start with clarity, because the market doesn't decide what your business is worth, you do.